Hello everyone, welcome back, and today we're going to be covering very quickly the second memory, the memory of conflict. This is barely different from the original video that I made on the memory of conflict. There have been some minor changes. The biggest change is that we have less darkness going in, so we can't use as many caltrops throughout the stage. Luan does not want to go for us. I could not get him to go a single time while recording this. But that aside, yes, we have less magic to use, so unfortunately, we have to cut a couple of the caltrop uses out. The Shield Knight fight is very consistent. I believe I'm still using the same technique as last time, so I feel there's no harm in going over it once again. However, this dumb little trick got found because everyone kept telling me, oh, it's free, I should go for it. It's kind of free, not really. I'll cover how to do that one, and it does save a small bit of time, so it is worth mentioning. And once again, Shield Knight is as full of RNG as she ever has been. So here is going to be footage of the best fight that I got. This is typically what I'm going for, and there are ways to adjust and hope to get this same pattern. Note that if you really do have an awesome time, you can actually kill her right there on the last couple caltrops. You can kill her on the ground before she even jumps up. Once again, shoutouts to Patwah, who found the insanity that is an almost consistent Shield Knight fight. So again, nothing really requires going over in a ton of depth. Just keep in mind that for this particular trick, you have to let go of the ladder and then wait for Torment to drop just a little bit, and then you have to tap right. You have to be really good at wall kicking to do this. Tap right, you briefly grab onto the wall and jump off immediately. There's like a small bit of finagling and hang time and all this other shenanigans. Like, it just takes practice. It's actually really dumb. But I was able to do it a couple times, so it must be consistent. Good luck. So nice shoutouts to ExploudYourEar and TaiwanNinja, who are responsible for this. Can we see it again at full speed? Thank you very much, because it's already impossible to tell that happened. Now, I've seen struggling with this room with the standard way of doing it, where you drop a caltrop and you get an up dash. So this is the other way you can do this room, and you can adjust. Should you for some reason not get the up dash, you can always bounce off the second Slime Samurai, cling onto the wall, and then jump off of it to grab the ladder. Now I'm going to cover a not so perfect Shield Knight fight real quick. This is actually one of the worst things that could possibly happen to you at the beginning of this fight, because Shield Knight's first jump is so important. Now, as she approaches, she's going to jump, and you want to try and get two caltrops to bounce off of her shield so that she lands on them, but not before she starts her second set of running. Because of the fact that she landed on them, like directly on them, she took so much damage that she immediately started her next phase. Now, what this means is that she's going to stop and be at a resting point on the left side. This is really bad, because you can't just wail on her like you normally would. The bricks will actually get in your way. They'll land on top of you and prevent you from dealing a lot of damage to her. So I really just had to kind of like adjust to this. This is like really not an ideal situation. You have to try and just treat her the way you have to almost fight her honestly, basically, where you're trying to attack her from behind. It's really hard to get caltrops in a position where you know she's going to land on them, and the fight's going to drag on. Now, ideally, instead, you'll end up with a fight that looks a little more like this. She'll jump, you'll throw two caltrops, you want them to bounce off of her shield, you don't want to whiff with these, so your first jump may have to adjust on how long you jump and how long you throw your caltrops for. She didn't land on the second one, which is good, because that gave me an opportunity to set up for the regular fight. It does mean I'm going to miss out on that hit, however, I do get to jump over her, hit her from behind, she'll destroy that caltrop, that's okay, I'm just down 1 damage from where I normally would be. At this point, I'm moving to the right side of this pillar in the background. I'm waiting for her to turn around and lunge behind me. You want to jump and throw both of these caltrops, but land as soon as possible so that you can get 3 hits on her from behind. If you only get 2 hits, again, you're going to be shy 1 bit of damage. I already missed a hit, so that would not be great. You want to jump over her, get 1 attack on her back, then you can wait for her to land, jump over her, get another attack on her back while she runs over those 2 caltrops. When she gets herself into the corner, get in a position where you can face left, swing your sword to properly damage boost, you'll be basically on top of her. Throw 2 more caltrops. You can now wail on her. You'll have 2 more left, but don't use them yet. You want to get 4 hits on her, and then she'll start running. You want to try and turn around, get another hit on her if you can. I got hit out of this, so that's again another little bit of damage that I'm missing out on. However, the fight will relatively end soon after this happens. You'll throw 2 caltrops at the wall. They'll either both hit her there, or she'll fall on top of them, and then you can wail on her on the ground, and she dies, and that's the end of the fight. Again, we're going to look at the good version of the fight, so take notes, pay close attention here. We're going to jump and start with 2 caltrops. Hit her in the back, hit her in the back, hit her on the back one more time. As she passes by, she's coming back. 2 more caltrops, 1, 2, 3. Attack, jump over her, attack, get in position. 2 more caltrops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more caltrops, and she's dead. So that's it for this one. However, to make up for how short this one is, next time we'll be covering the Clockwork Tower. As you may all know, the longest stage we have for Specter's campaign. Till then, stay spooky.